What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaitlyn, and today I'm going to show you how to do a steak dinner for two for under $20. Right now, I am outside of Target. Most of you guys are gonna have a Target nearby wherever you live, so you can probably find the same stuff for the same prices. Okay, I'm here in the meat section, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do a steak dinner for two for under $20. So we have this cut here. This is chuck tender steak, and you get 4, and the price is only $6.99. So if you wanted to do a dinner for 4, you could do that. Or if your boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever, eats a lot, you could do that. Or you could go for quality over quantity, and you could do this. This is a better cut, so it's a little bit more money for 2. So this is the one that I'm gonna actually choose. Now we're gonna get some garlic. And we're gonna grab 2 of these potatoes because they are nice and cheap. Now we're picking our vegetable. I'm gonna go ahead and do a green, something healthy. So we're gonna choose either broccoli, or you could do green beans. I'm gonna go ahead. It looks like we have everything that we need. We have 2 potatoes, we have our garlic, we have our vegetable, and we have some steak. So, and this is a pretty good cut too. I chose this cut because it's a better cut, but if you wanted to have more steak, you could choose the other one with 4, but I'm going for quality here, okay? So this is what we got, and all we spent was $14.55. Now, because the total is only $14.55 and our budget is $20, I'm gonna go back out, and I'm actually gonna find some more stuff to elevate this meal to make it restaurant quality. So let's go. All right, so now we're back at a super Target, which actually has all of these herbs, and I'm going to be getting thyme.
If you had as much time as I have, what would you do with it?
Sure as hell wouldn't waste it.
It's only $2.49, so that's really gonna amp up our steak. And now that we have a little bit left, I'm gonna see what else we could use. So I'm also gonna use our extra money to get some chives. These are gonna give a nice oniony taste to our potatoes. Okay, so that's what we have left to spend. This is what I'm spending my extra money on. But if you want to pick and choose and do a drink instead, you could do something like this. This is a small bottle of rosé. You could do this. This will probably fill 2 glasses. And that is definitely going to be under the amount that we need. If you wanted to do a drink, you could also do something like this. They have different flavors, and everything is $5. So they have a Pinot Grigio over here. They have a rosé, Sauvignon Blanc. So if you guys like wine, you could do this. So for everybody who doesn't drink, they also have Welch's. This is sparkling rosé, and this is $3. It's on sale at Target right now, so you could do this. This is a much bigger bottle, so if you're pregnant or if you're in high school or you just don't like alcohol, you could do that, and that could be what you substitute. Also have other flavors, guys. They have red grape and they have white grape. Okay, so if you don't want to do a drink or any herbs on your steak, you can go ahead and do a lower cut steak, and then you could do some chocolate covered strawberries for dessert. Because this is $6.99, the other steak was $7.99. It saves you $1, and that way you could get some chocolate chips. These are $1.99, and then strawberries are $3.99. With the budget that I have, I'm assuming that you guys have butter, salt, and pepper in your house already, and some oil. But if you don't, you can go ahead and use that extra money and get some butter, salt, pepper, and a little bit of oil. Okay, I just got a really good idea. So because we got the 3 bulbs of garlic at the last Target, we're gonna use 2 of them and roast them in the oven. I'm gonna show you how. And the other one we're gonna use for our broccoli and our steak. So it's gonna be really good. And as you guys can see, I got everything from Target so you guys can get the same exact prices because you probably live right near one. This is not sponsored. Alright, so now that we have everything we need, we're gonna go home and I'm gonna show you how to cook it all. Here is everything that we got. We have our 2 steaks, we have our broccoli, garlic, our 2 potatoes, we got chives. These are gonna go on the potatoes, and our thyme for the steak. And everything totaled up to, on the first receipt, $14.55, on the second, $4.48, and that brought our total to $19.03 altogether. Now that we are back at home, I'm going to show you how to cook everything. First, we're going to start with our potatoes because they're going to take the longest. And we are going to first take a fork and we're going to poke holes in the potatoes. Just like this. You don't need to do too many. We're going to take some oil outside, just drizzle a little bit. You really don't need that much. Make sure the skin gets all nice and glossy. Now that we have oil on the skin of the potatoes, we're going to add salt. Our oven has already preheated to 400 degrees, so now we're going to take our potatoes and we're going to put them in the oven for an hour. Now that our potatoes are in the oven baking, we're going to start on our roasted garlic. So as you remember, we bought 3 bulbs of garlic. I went ahead and I peeled one of them, and these 2 we're going to roast in the oven, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now we're just going to cut a 1/4 inch off the top, and you should see the cloves in there. You want to really expose the top of those cloves of garlic. Now we're going to peel a good portion of the skin off of the garlic. Now that these are done, this is how they should look. Now we're just going to add some oil to the garlic and spread it all around. Take some aluminum foil and we're going to place it in the center and wrap it. Now we're going to place them in the oven for 40 minutes at 400 degrees. While everything else is in the oven, we're going to start on our broccoli, and we're going to add some water to the pot. Doesn't matter how much, you just need enough so that the water can boil and the steam is going to come up through here and it's going to cook the broccoli. And now we're going to place the pot on the stove and we're going to turn our heat up to high. And the water is going to start to boil, the steam is going to come up, and right when the broccoli starts to turn bright green, that's when we know it's ready to take out. Now this is what your broccoli should start to look like when it's ready to turn the heat off. Let the basket drain out, and we're just going to leave these to the side. And now we're going to drain the pot because we're going to use this pot later when we add the broccoli back in with some oil, salt, and garlic. Now remember, this is our other bulb of garlic that we are not roasting. So we're going to take a few of these cloves out and we're going to use these for our steak. And the rest we're going to chop right now for our broccoli. Same pot onto a medium with low heat. Add a little bit of oil. We're going to add our garlic in. Now we're going to add some salt and pepper, and you'll know the broccoli is done when you can run a fork right through it. Now that our potatoes are out of the oven, we're going to let them cool for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and cut the tops off. Scoop the insides out and put them in a bowl. You want to leave about a 1/4 inch of potato around the skin for stability. Now we're going to add some butter. You really want to mash this all up. If you only have a fork, you can use a fork, but if you have a potato masher, you can use that. Now we're going to chop some of the chives, and we're going to add that in to our potatoes. Now that we've mixed all of the ingredients, our chives, butter, salt, and pepper, in with the potatoes, we're going to add them back in to their shells. And you want to make sure that these have a lot of nice height to them. It's going to be really pretty for the presentation. And the messier, the better. Now we're going to paint some melted butter on top of these potatoes. Just like that. And we're going to top it off with a little bit of cayenne pepper. Now we're just going to place our potatoes back on the pan, and we're going to bake for another 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Now that our garlic is ready and out of the oven, we're just going to garnish with a little bit of thyme. Our potatoes are out of the oven now too, so we're just gonna let them cool for a little bit. Now it's time for our steaks. We're gonna season them with some salt and pepper. Make sure you get both sides. Now it's time to sear our steaks. Make sure your pan is on high heat and it's already smoking and super hot before you drop the steaks in. Now we're gonna add the garlic and the thyme, and we're gonna save the butter for a little later because butter burns easily. I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil. And now we're gonna add our butter and we're going to baste it on our steak. And don't forget to sear the sides of your steak. This is gonna make a nice crunchy crust all around. And it's finally time to plate our dish. Now that doesn't look like it was just $20, does it? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you try this recipe and have a great Valentine's Day. If not with somebody else, make this for yourself. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.